Hello everybody, Danny here on a Saturday afternoon. Yikes. I was gonna jump up and go live so I wouldn't have to do any post stuff, but when I jumped on live to look to see who else was on, a couple other people, so I hung out with Trisha over at the Archangel channel. She was on live and she's fun to watch. Well, her fingers are fun to watch. And I'll just leave it at that. Yikes, am I going to get in trouble for that? Anyway, where I want to go with this today. So, woke up and I really try not to look at the news. First thing, I try not to look at my phone. However, because I have rats crawling around in the engine of my van, I have a little camera up there, and so I want to see any rats in there. Last night I caught one, and I go, what is that? I go, oh, I caught a rat in the trap. And it's a live trap, so took it on up to the woods, gave it an ocean front view for the rest of its life, however long that'll be. I hear an owl overhead, and I went, uh-oh, hide, little one. So, anyway, so I was looking at my phone, and I went, really? And I kind of felt like this was going on, but I was just fingers crossed that he wouldn't do it. No, he did it. So, once again, how is this going to work out? I don't think it's going to work out well at all. Hopefully, we will have a revelation. The other thing I was watching was Chris Bledsoe on the Y-Files. Now, I never heard of this guy until Danielle, Spirit Art by Danielle, talked to me about this Egypt place, and she goes, yeah, there's going to be some kind of ET awakening, there's going to be contact, there is going to be something going on around Easter when the red star Regulus, and this is kind of weird because Regulus is a blue star, lines up with the Sphinx's eye. Regulus is in the constellation Leo, and the Sphinx is a lion, so the Sphinx is looking at itself. And so she mentioned, oh yeah, and there's this guy, Chris Bledsoe, and I went, okay. After we did the Egypt journey, then I listened to the Y-Files Basement. It's 2 hours and something, and this guy, Chris Bledsoe, talks slow. I'm like, oh my God. I got a great joke about a Texan talking, but you got to be there. You got to be in the same room with me because I have to chain you to a chair. Otherwise, you'll leave because this joke lasts for probably 30 minutes and it's only 10 words. But this guy talked so slow. Anyway, Chris Bledsoe said that he saw some ETs, a Lady of Light, and the message that he got was, and I'm paraphrasing, you got to go check it out yourself, that when Israel and Iran started firing missiles at each other, then there was going to be awakening. Either an what's the word I want to hang on, disclosure, or it's going to be an awakening, or it's going to be something. I think that we are getting to that point where we're splitting and where people are starting to wake up and say, see, this is not the way that we need to be. We'll see. So, the thing that is important for me to realize is that, and I had to think, I'm kind of hesitating in my speech for some reason. Maybe I got abducted by some ETs. What do you think, Psychic Duck? Do you think I got abducted by ETs? Oh, I don't know. I know I want somebody to be abducted. Yeah. All right, you gonna say hi to everybody? Hello, everybody. Yeah, Psychic Duck. What do you think of this Iran war? You guys need to get your shit together. Us guys? You humans. Okay. He's right. She, they, them. So, the war in the Middle East that we keep, didn't we learn anything? So I just keep hearing in my head, promises made, promises kept. These are from my MAGA friends. Promises made, promises kept. What about regime change? So one of the things with MAGA that I think that they feel is still like the saving whatever. Fuel prices are low. I don't know how long they're going to stay low. If I think it's the Strait of Hormuz, I think, and I may have mispronounced it, but I think that there's a fifth of the world oil being passed through those straits. And if they don't get through and they have to go around another place, fuel prices are going to skyrocket. Let's just take a look. But before we do, and then they're going to go, oh my God, this is, even Marjorie is like going, what the hell? America first? All right. So I'm using my mystical shaman oracle. What is it that we need to know about this war with Iran? And it's, I see that England is part of this in a way that their jets are flying to protect their interest. But basically, we're doing this by ourselves, us. Oh yeah, Israel. But who supplies Israel with weapons? Us. This is us. It's not me, but it's the U.S. So it's we're doing this by ourselves on a higher vibe wavelength. Not looking at the 3D timeline of seconds, minutes, hours. Is this a major part of our growth and our evolution? Man, I didn't even get this sentence out when I heard yes. Very loud, very screamy. Was that you? No. Okay. Could have been. Was it Groot? I am Groot. Let's see. Is this for our evolution, our awakening? Tree of Life? That's like a big old yes. The Council. This is no ET deck, but that looks like an ET. All right. Let me drop this down and so you can see, because I'm kind of, Is this clear enough for everybody? Tree of Life, the Council, Luminous Warrior. This is really, I'm just going to stop here because I think this is so important. We need to make sure that we maintain our luminous energy field, the higher vibe of everything, not get sucked in to saying F-bombs when you wake up in the morning and look at your phone. I'm like, oh my gosh. The Council, 011, thank you. Master number. So our luminous energy field is what we connect and what we blend into the tree of life with. And when it gets dinged and broken, it takes a warrior's attitude to keep that energy field strong. Maintain your chakra balance. Put your bands of power up. Spin them. Make sure that you massage, heal, maintain your luminous energy field. Is this for our highest purpose, even though we're thinking, what the hell are we doing? We're in the sewer. We're in another war again. It's all about tapping into the tree of life where everything is interconnected, including the Galactic Council. Stay within your luminous energy field so that we can tap into this Galactic Council energy. If we're in the weeds and we're like screaming at our phones, we're not going to be able to make contact because we're too lower vibration. This luminous warrior is high vibration. Stay high vibration. And what does that mean? It means stop looking at your phone, Danny, at 7 o'clock in the morning. If the rats are there, they're there. Okay, I won't. The other thing is stay in a place of gratitude. Stay in a place of and that's hard to do when we I know some of us have relatives that are going over there that are dealing with this craziness, who are in the service, who signed up before the craziness. So it's hard to be grateful for something, and when I get into a place where everything is horrific, so I tell myself, I find anything to be grateful for. A pillow that I can rest my head on. Some people don't have them. The bed, that was a big thing. The bed that I could lay down, take a nap, and I'd listen to meditation music and guided meditations. I don't know, I just thought I'd show whale to you guys. I don't know why, but whale energy. Alright, so I got my Galactic Heritage. I'm not sure why I picked that up. I wanted to pick up a tarot deck. Okay, just 3 cards with this, and what I want to look at is, let's look at the same thing. Is this a start of contact with the source consciousness, with our evolution back to source consciousness, where everything is interconnected? The cool thing about that tree of life thing, where everything is interconnected, these Galactic Heritage cards start off with source consciousness, source energy, where everything is connected, and then it splits where a galactic lineage says, hey, I want to experience something like a new cell phone. I want something for me. Let's see how that works. I'll still be connected to you, source energy. And then we split and we go, oh, I kind of am not connected anymore. Why not? I don't know. I'm not letting anybody drive my Lamborghini but me. Well, you're being a little spoiled. You're not sharing. You should share. Okay, sorry. Oh my God. Psychic Duck is smacking me with a psychic feather in the head going, get to the point. Here we go. Where are we moving from? Where are we going to? Where are we moving from? Where are we going to? From. I should look at this before I flip it up. The present. Spiritual technology. And where are we going to? The ultimate evolution. Interesting. Where are we coming from? Where are we going to? Okay, I just wanted to get clearer on this card here. This card is where are we coming from? It's all about the vegans. Is that how you pronounce it? I got to go talk to my ET guides. Vegans or vegans? They were really adept at spiritual technology, but they started using their tools and saying, I need my tools. I can't do anything without my tools, which is incorrect because we are the tool. That's what they learned, and that's what threw me on this card, because where are we going from, where are we going to? It is true that we're using outside energy like cards to tap into our future, but I was thinking of this in terms of the war that were started. I almost said conflict. I'm going, it's a war. And is it technology that is being abused? The war technology, and it's within ourselves that we have to fix, that we know that we got to fix this type of control. That's not what this card says, but that's kind of where I'm going with it, with the war machine that we have. It's like, oh, we've got all these cool toys. I see Kegseth out there going, ooh, let me push this button, see what it does. Ooh, I get to fly a big jet, you know. He's got all these toys that they're all using. They got to use them. I think of these fighter pilots, and when I get a new, I'm not going to say Lamborghini. I'm not going to say it. But I want to get in it and play. I want to see what it does. That's what these young pilots are doing. Ooh, good. I finally get to use all my training. Yet, so they're using this technology, but they've got to look into themselves. They don't have to do anything. But we have to, I'll blame it on us. I have to look into how I am creating this energy that says, let's go dominate somebody else. The ultimate evolution, I just clicked on the first one. A new species is being born. Where are we coming from? Where are we going? This particular conflict at this time correlates with what Chris Bledsoe says, and it correlates to a lot of the stuff that we got in Egypt, that there is a new species being born. Are we going to look the same? Maybe we'll have shorter hair. Oh my gosh. Somebody commented on my hair the other day, and You need to get your hair cut. And makes me dig my heels in a little deeper. And then I found this button where I can see other comments as it goes down. I'm not a very good YouTuber controller. And I see all these people that were commenting, leave him alone. He should get his hair cut when he wants to. I'm like, oh, good. Well, that's better than talking about Pumpkinhead, I guess. All right. Let's take a look at, I guess I'm going to use my Los Gedibo deck. I want to take a look at some of the things that are going on. A lot of people are going to be reading on this. But, so the biggest war hawk was John Bolton, but he's no longer there. Mike Pompeo was pretty big too in the first administration, the first go around. Now you have Walz. I can't remember his name. Tim Walz, I think, and not the governor of Minnesota. Anyway, and Marco Rubio, and they're all against Iran. And it's like Marjorie Taylor Greene even dropped an F-bomb when she goes, hey, I thought this was America first. What are you guys doing? It's another regime change. Trump has gone into, attacked like 5 or 7 different countries now because he has new technology. He gets to push all these little buttons and go, ooh, look what I blew up. Yeah. So it's that technology that has gotten away from us. We need to tap into our heart space because this is killing us. Look at the abundance. Look at these 2 cards. We can stay here in war land, or we can stay here in abundance. I want to stay here, please. Okay. I want to look at where do I want to go with this? And why is it that Israel gets to tell Pumpkinhead, you know where I'm going, because he's covering things up. It's the Epstein files. Trump-Epstein files. Why Netanyahu? And people, I mean, there are, I don't know are there any positives with this? Getting rid of that evil guy? Okay. Yeah. When you look at all the things that Iran does to their citizens, I went, who am I reading about? Am I reading about the United States or Iran? Where the dear leader kills people who are marching on the street. The dear leader who is, anyway, goes on and on. And it could be the U.S. So who made us? The policeman. I'm with Pumpkinhead's first campaign when he said that. Who are we to be police? No, it shouldn't be us. It should be the council. Okay. Is this going to backfire on Pumpkinhead? Is this war going to backfire on Pumpkinhead? I don't need cards. Is this war going to backfire on Pumpkinhead? Let's drop this down. Move things around. Is this war going to backfire on Pumpkinhead? Got to get this deck has a lot of naked stuff, so I'm ready. Alright, so you get the wish card. So this, I'm not sure where this is going yet with the Nine of Cups. I'm not sure where this is going yet because it could be we get our wish of this is the end of Pumpkinhead. This is not going to go well for him. Or he got his wish by going in and getting rid of the Ayatollah. You got to be really careful. I mean, even for us, when we say, oh, I can't wait for Pumpkinhead to go, who's next in line? Rubio? Oh, good Lord, no. What about little Mikey Johnson? That little snake. I got a bad attitude today, don't I? Yeah, you do. Okay. That was Psychic Duck that said, yeah, you do. Really? Come on. Knave of Chalices. Boop. I'm sorry, Knave of Swords. So I'm going to switch this out to this. Knave of Swords. This is somebody that's like, you know, swinging for the fences, but they're being surprised. Their hat gets blown off. It's not so good. Eight of Wands, fast, coming in fast. They're going to be surprised with this Judgment in the past. Queen of Pentacles. All right, security, comfort. Oh, you got to think about the security of the U.S. too. You know, that the AI company that told the Pentagon to stick it in mild terms because they said you do not have permission to use our software to go against citizens, the United States citizens, or survey. I don't know what I can't remember, but it was you can't use ours. Oh, for unmanned drone warfare. I think that was it. Don't quote me on it. How's this going to go? It's going to cause a lot of chaos with the Five of Wands. Internally, what's going on? It's the Hierophant, the government. Are they going to really step in? Uh-oh. Going back to a simpler time with the Six of Cups and the external position. Ten of Pentacles and the hopes and fears. Are we going to be able to maintain our funds, our money? And we're going to get beat up on this. We're still standing, but we're going to get beat up. It's going to take a lot of work to get things back together again. Is this a Russia influence card? And we get a big, big, big timeout with the Four of Swords. It's going to rock us a little bit. This is my minor death rebirth card. More death, sickness. So, this is, yeah, I still think on a higher vibe level, it's a rebirth, but in the meantime, it's going to be a big challenge. And there's going to be a lot of back and forth with this. And the Hierophant is stepping in. Is that the Supreme Court that steps in? I'm not sure if I read this right or what, that Mikey Johnson told the House to stay away, the House of Representatives, go take a vacation again. Did he say that? Is someone being impeached again? All right. Let's look at fuel prices. Fuel prices. Are fuel prices going to be the thing that throws MAGA for a loop? My Democratic card? That's like, yes, it is 10 of Cups. But this 10 of Cups, normally, it's like overflowing happiness, emotion. That could be higher fuel prices. We're not saying the overflowing emotion is great. It means you need to drink some more Bud Light, bud. Ooh. Well, a ruh-roh. Normally I don't read this deck upside down. Obviously, I think I'm going to today. This is the Eight of Swords being restricted in the movement, but it's kind of being, it's opening up a little bit. Now, if MAGA leaves, then we are opening up to a new way, for sure. 2 8s. A lot of hard work. Nose to the grindstone type of thing. New emotional start in the past. Maybe it's too much emotion. And we get the Star of Hope. Yay! This is the best. The best of America, of democracy. In the Two of Cups. Coming together. Our higher fuel price is going to be the thing that unites us. That says we're done with you. Think. Internally, 4 cups. They're still looking at the 3 spilled cups. They're not looking at the offer, so they're still like crying in their milk. They don't see that this 4 has actually 8 cups. 8. Okay. Going on a foolish journey. Walking off a cliff. Hopes and fears. Balance. Temperance card. In the final outcome. Yes. Moving on. Chariot card. Clarified by, hello, Queen of Cups. How are ya? How you feeling? Ay, ay, ay. Just look at all them little lotus that's in her pond there. What do you think, Psychic Duck? Do you want to be in that lotus pond with her? Oh, yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl. Really? You betcha. All right. And the last clarifier is sadness. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, but this was MAGA. Is this going to get them these higher fuel prices? Is that going to get them to walk away? And I get, yeah, but they're still going to be sad. They're going to go, oh my gosh. It's not going to, and so they're going to be dealing with how do we manage it? How do we get along with our neighbors who voted for this craziness? And what they did, okay, I'm being higher-minded here. Every time I go, never mind. When they are bringing about such an awareness of what needs to change, how we need to protect ourselves from future damage. Let me 34, 31. I'm going to go there. I am going to go. No, I'm not. I'm not going to. I was going to read on Kamala. I'm not going to. Okay, I will. I'm going to do 6 real quick. Ooh, she's still upside down. She's still in suspension mode. She's seeing this wild ride. At the bottom of the reading, somebody is offering her a new project. But what is she doing? She's looking at that as it's not such a good idea. 7 of Pentacles. And there's only one pentacle that's gold. So she's going, there's going to be a lot of work. I don't know. Is it worth it? Yes, yes, yes. Is it worth it? Psychic Duck is screaming, yes, jump in the pond. The top of the reading, we got the King of Cups. And when we talk about Kamala Harris and the King of Cups, we're talking about Joe Biden. He got back on stage and he was, I tell you, if he would have won, the other side would have had such a field day with the way that he delivers a speech. I'm not saying anything bad, but they would have just gone ballistic. See, even my phone agrees. But he gets up there. He gets up there and he goes, yeah, so what'd you guys think of the State of the Union speech? And everybody in the audience is going, boo, boo, boo. And then he comes back and he goes, is he still talking? Joe Biden still has it. All right, final card in this short little. She's in seclusion still. And it's of her own making. Let me drop this down so you can see. There was nothing naked. So, yes, she is in suspension. There is a while. It's being challenged by the crazy wild ride of the Knight of Cups. And this Knight of Cups is like the knight in shining offer, bringing her something. Could be the false knight, right? Bringing her something new to look at. But she's like, oh my gosh, no, 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 no. Joe Biden, come on, come on. And then she goes, but look, I'm in my own little private garden. But she's listening to this dove, so I think she is still in play. She's still thinking about this in a way that, maybe. All right, so I'm just going to read on this against my wishes. How bad's it going to get? The thing that just pisses me off so much is that they say that we can't let Iran get nuclear weapons. Okay, yeah. What about North Korea? Can we allow them to get Oh, well, they already have them? Oh, okay. I think they have them. Or are they testing them? I don't know. But what about them? They're a little cray-cray too. And then they say, well, we can't have them have ballistic missiles because they'll shoot their missiles at us. I heard that today from my Republican neighbor. And I'm like, do they have a missile that can hit us? And he kind of, our base is over there. Well, why do we have bases over there? Anyway. That's me being a peacenik. And we obliterated all their nuclear capabilities to build a bomb. It's just insanity. How bad's it going to get? And then I'm done. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Also, I am going to be taking a couple days off. I'm going to go try to see the full lunar eclipse in the woods. So, thank you all. Thank you. And for those of you who think my birthday is now, Connie, thank you. It's not. I think Connie's an alien. And you're going, which Connie? Well, she knows. She's an alien. She does not think in time streams. So, and I think that's good. So it should be everybody's birthday. All the time. She gave me some alien cards. She is an alien of different time streams. Okay, can't wait to use them. They look really cool. How bad's it going to get? How bad's it going to get? Why did I just hear it's going to be really bad for Netanyahu? Netanyahu has so much crap on Trump. How bad's it going to get? Let's just do, I'm going to do 6 real quick. How bad's it going to get? And then I'm going to look at Israel and U.S. fast. Here we go. How bad is it going to get generally? Ooh, that one wanted to, these two wanted to, 3 wanted to pop out. Okay, so I just had those. I guess they want to be reintroduced in a different. How bad's it going to get? 6 cards. Well, you saw me shuffle. So that is a good sign. It means it's not going to get too bad. Too bad. Okay, secrets coming up. Well, that'd be interesting. So we have 2 5s, 2 conflicts coming up. So what we have the 9 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, abuse of any, really? We should have just stayed in our own little, comfy world, but no, we had to go out and show everybody our abuse of power. Really, this is the Knave of Pentacles. It's naive of a new project. Kegseth cannot run this military. So we have the Queen of Wands, information in the past that may be coming to light with this full moon and its loss. This is going to cost us a lot of money. Thinking of the Gerald Ford, whose plumbing never worked right. Ever. They had to get special toilet paper. I remember in the 70s when we were bitching about a $20,000 hammer, or $12,000 or whatever it was. And now the Gerald Ford aircraft carrier, the newest one, they have to have special toilet paper because they keep plugging up the toilets because they have a specially designed vacuum flush. Okay. How's it going to be for Israel, and then how's it going to be for the U.S.? How bad's it going to get for Israel? Maybe look at Iran too. How bad's it going to get for Israel? How bad is it going to get for Israel? Ooh, Russia's in there. The Empress, abundance, something new. How bad's it going to get? 2 of Swords, blind decision. 10 of Cups. This is my cheering. Yay! Somebody likes it. How bad's it going to get? People are walking away, stabbed in the back, a betrayal. 8 of Swords. There's going to be some kind of restriction happening. And the 2 of Cups, the partnership. I don't think Russia's really happy with this thing. Okay. It doesn't look like it's going to be that bad for Israel at this point in time. What is this partnership about? Can I just get a little clarity? What is the partnership about here? This 2 of Cups. Ooh. Stealing. Spy in the camp. Knight of Wands coming in with some new information and walking away from sorrow. What was the partnership? Okay, so I'm going into a little bit of a rabbit hole with this. This card, I mean, if this wasn't here and we just read on these three, we would get Israel's doing well. They didn't need to do this. They did they had a choice that they didn't really think through. They thought it was going to be, oh yeah, we're going to finally get rid of this guy. But something is going to happen from the past that stabs him, and it's going to be restricted. And it's all about the steal with information and walking away from, oh my gosh. The reason they did this, I'm a little slow on the uptake. The reason they did this is because Netanyahu has information on the voter suppression, the steal. It's really strong information. And in order to walk away from delivering this information, they're in partnership with the U.S. Yay. Okay. Let's take a look at the U.S. and then I want to look at Iran. U.S. and Iran. How bad is it going to get for the U.S.? How bad is it going to get for the U.S.? How bad is it going to get for the U.S.? I haven't done that in a long time with my left hand. How bad is it going to get? Two of Wands. Rats. That's my rat chime. Nine of Cups. The wish card. Okay, so they got their wish. I'm not sure if it's our wish or Russia's, but you know, Trump's been after Iran for a long time. Government. Again, the steal. Seven of sneaking into camp, stealing somebody's defenses. News coming out of unexpected sources with this page of Knave of Chalices. And the King of Cups card. Well, you all know where my brain goes immediately. How is this going to be for the U.S.? It's going to end with the King of Cups. Really? Okay, I'm just going to quickly throw. Externally is the King of Pentacles. He's embattled, still standing. The world is going to play some role in this, and we're going to get news that happens fast of things changing hands. This could be votes. That's where I'm leading with this. Someone's going to be celebrating, and I think it's going to be us. Yes, I took 4 dollops of hopium today. All right, let's look at Iran. You know, the thing with these evil regimes, well, yeah, the regimes are evil, the people are good. Rodney King, can't we all just get along? And the thing that I hear right off the bat, I am Groot. All right. Iran, how you doing? How bad's it going to get for you? How bad bad is it going to get for you? Exchanging, Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. Exchanging something, coming in as a winner? What? Walking away from sorrow. Eight of Swords in the past. Not being able to move as freely as they want to. Certainly the regime has really tightened them down. I'd love to get a good female card for this. A lot of bickering, a lot of back and forth. You did this, no, you did that. No, you did this, you should have done that. Is that a duck with wings up there? No, it's not. Okay. Isolation, the Hermit. It is, okay, so what I'm getting intuitively with this is that they're gonna be isolated, but it feels like they're gonna be okay a little bit. Okay, I'll just keep going just to try to get some clarity. But you know, luckily there's no Tower cards here. Please, no Tower. Abuse of power at the end. Big information internally. What? Okay. Okay, Iran has a lot of information on the steel, on the votes. Knave of Pentacles and Nine of Wands. Beat up, still standing. Celebration, Ten of Cups, that's my Democratic card. And we have the Queen of Wands. Thank you for finally bringing me a queen for Iran, because the women are so repressed that maybe we'll get some news that will... Oh, my eyes just went to the lions here. Regulus. Okay. Thankfully, no Tower moments on any of these things. The scary part was the Eight of Wands, because that could be like an explosion or something that happens really fast. And I know I said I was just going to do that, but Chris Bledsoe also said that the ETs would stop any nuclear explosion. That's what his ETs had told him. His ETs. Never mind, I got them in my back pocket. I keep them wrapped around the 5 spot, you know, just in case I need to. Okay, I will. Switch decks. Psychic Duck is going. If you're going to read on the ETs, you gotta Ooh, can I use my sci-fi deck? Could. Yikes, it's almost an hour again. Okay. I did not think this was going to be this long. Are the ETs going to get involved? And I just heard, it's your world, but nukes I'm talking about. Are they going to get involved with nukes? If we decide to. I living in the now, dolphin energy, playful, protection, new consciousness, and way showing. I say yes, they will get involved. Why have the way showing? Let me show you the way to not do this. Let me show you a new consciousness for Earth at the present. Yeah. In this cetacean dolphin, it's more of a playful, learning, type experience type of energy with this card here. It's a Lemurian type, and it goes in between time streams. It's parallel, so it drops all around, kind of like everybody's birthday. It's everybody's birthday today. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. Got Sunday with Spirit. I'll be gone for a couple of days. Please don't let the world blow up, please. Okay. Thank you. Peace and love.